Welcome, dolls, to another episode of For the Dolls podcast with your host, Jondadoll. Let me just say, I'm so excited to have my special guest today, my bestie! Wow.
Yes. Love it here.
My best friend, my sister, my lover, my soulmate, my
What
family,
else?
you know, a lot more things I can get into, but that's not what this episode is about. So pretty. The prettiest. The prettiest bitch. Eating a lot and barely any makeup on.
Oh.
Gotta say, baby.
I'm in a brand new era.
Yeah. Not the yeah at the same time. Ate it up. Anyway, okay. So let's get into this episode. I'm very excited. This is episode 3. And I don't even have a title for this episode right now, but doesn't matter. We're just going with the flow. We know what we're here for, and we're here for a good time.
Not a long time.
Correct. I was gonna say it, but I'm like,
it's okay.
Yeah,
I thought of it.
Good. So let's start from the very tip beginning of this. Well, I was gonna say top of the iceberg. Top of the iceberg or beginning of the story?
Both of them.
Both of them. Yeah. So you want to start? You want me to start with how we met?
Yeah. Me
or you?
You.
Okay. So
I just like to hear how people see me and like think about me. So it's like
it's good. She loves to hear about herself.
Yeah, I do.
To be honest, I'm the same way. So I understand. It just like fulfills you.
Yeah, makes you feel good.
Words of affirmation?
Yes, heavy on that one. Top 3. Thank you.
For sure. Well, anyway.
Okay, sorry.
So we met in 2018. So it's been 2024, 6 years.
Yeah.
Am I math wrong?
Well, 18, 20, 21, 22,
23, 24, 6 years. 6
6
years this fall. Yeah. Period. And we actually met when I was 6 years ago. I was 16.
Yep, and I was 18.
18. We started working at Party City. Well, I started working at Party City. I got hired at Party City around Halloween for seasonal. And I remember my first day. First of all, that job is a red flag. The job was a red flag. Because if you get hired at a job the same day and they make you do your direct deposit and everything that same day.
That's a red flag, baby. You need to run.
Right.
Sorry, you need to run
out the door because that means they're so understaffed that baby they are desperate at that point.
They'll hire anybody.
And they did.
And
Not that we was anybody.
Not me. Not him.
The other ones.
Yeah, no.
Pa fuera.
Very much pa fuera.
So yeah. Anyway, I remember my first day when they took me onto the floor. The first person I shadowed was my good Judy. And yeah, to be honest, we're not gonna get too into the job. But it was a good time. That was like where we first met. Like we were close as coworkers and we were like hanging out outside of work a little bit. But then I want to say like after like that, like we kind of like, we're still with each other on Instagram. Like we're social media friends at that point.
Yeah.
Like, we were in 2 different stages of our lives at that point. You just graduated that following summer after we worked Party City. I was still in school, so it's very like
it was different.
2 different places.
And honestly, he was my first friend outside of school. Like me having friends outside of school felt so weird to me. Like it really did, because I was just so used to like being around.
It's like making like now you have to make like a real friendship outside of work,
it's
outside
different.
of school.
Like I'm not gonna see you all day long. Like that's
you're not gonna see me 5 days out of the week.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. Like we were like close
because we were seeing each other for work. Yeah,
in a sense.
We were close when we were with each other at that time.
Yeah.
Now it's very different. 6 years later, 3 jobs later. Well, 2 jobs later since Party City, but we worked 3 jobs together.
Yeah.
The second one is actually where we started to rekindle our friendship. And I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, it really sparked our flame for real.
It did. Ever since 2020.
It really did.
Technically, we took, let's say, like a year and a half of like not really being like as
just
close.
growing,
just growing in our own
like
elements and our own
lives, like different,
bettering
different
ourselves at that time and what we were doing and like what we needed to focus on.
Yeah,
it's hard when one of you is still going to school and one of you is going to like trade school and working. Like it's like 2 completely different lives, 2 completely different schedules. So it's very different.
Yeah, especially me, like right after high school, like starting trade school and working at the same time. Like I already felt like I didn't have enough time for myself. So like being around other people just
and
really
you were
like
with somebody.
Yeah, I was in a relationship. Like I was so overstimulated with life. Like I literally was just like cooped up under my partner all day long, and then working, going to school. Like that was my life. Like eat, sleep, drink. That was my life. I literally barely hung out with friends. So it was just like it was a different time period for me. But I think that, and at the time I was already working at Burlington. I think that was like my 2 years that I was already working there, like straight out of Party
That's
City.
our second job together.
Yeah. And then COVID hit, and that was just like it was like a bowling ball for everybody, honestly.
Since you paused about COVID, I know I got into this on my first episode, but COVID was really like a roller coaster because she snatched my high school. Like, no prom, no graduation. You thought, and mind you, it was March. Like, girl, I was literally in the home stretch of my senior year. But anyway, I already kind of got into that first episode, so.
Yeah. But honestly, like, once COVID hit and everything started shutting down, like, I was literally home 24/7. But like, I was still in contact with my job, my managers and stuff like that. So they were giving us updates about like when we would go back to work. And I think it was like at least like a good 3 months that I didn't work at all. Collecting unemployment, just staying home all day. And once we opened back up, it was gonna be packed because the whole store was gonna be like 50% off, like 70% off, 80% off.
I was in there like swimwear, baby.
Like it was so cheap.
I racked up that 50% off, and I got her discount on top of that. Baby, I spent like I spent like $200 over in like a $500-$600 cart because of the percentage I had off.
You can't beat that. One thing about me is I love a good discount. So it's like
I'm gonna snatch a discount up every
literally
time. If I can find a coupon, I'm gonna use it.
No, seriously. And as soon as I found out like the percentages, I was posting it on like Instagram, Facebook every single day. I'm like, y'all need to come now, like take advantage. So once I found that out, of course, like with all that volume, I guess like Burlington or my job already knew that we needed more workers because like our 10 low workers was not going to the job. So they started hiring like crazy, like, and it was kind of like a red flag, I guess. But I feel like my managers like at least did a little interview with you.
But it also did make sense. I did have 2 interviews though.
Yeah, see, like they were doing stuff.
I don't think I did. Wait, did I do 2? I think I went in with Bill. Actually, no, I didn't do 2. I just did my in-person one though, and I didn't get hired on the spot. Like
they waited a couple.
They waited like like regular jobs. Yeah. They let you like. Did they hire me? Did they hire me? Like, right. Like you want to call, you don't want to call. Like
you getting nervous.
Yeah, like you're antsy. Like they want you to get antsy and like.
The anticipation. But once they started like hiring for like a whole bunch of positions, I reached out to John, and I'm like, "Hey, girl, like, are you working right now? Like, what are you doing? My job is hiring. If you wanted a job," and I was telling him like I really liked it.
Mind you, for me, I was now technically freshly graduated without actually walking graduation like across the stage. I was still graduated, so I still didn't have a job because, mind you, everything has closed because of COVID. So I wasn't working anymore. So it was like perfect opportunity for me in the sense like I was like, oh, period, I'm gonna get discounts. I could love everything in the store. Like I could shop for everything in the store. And I was like, and it'll be me and Kee working together again. Like I know somebody that's working there. We worked so well together. The last job we worked together. So I'm like, why not? And it's like, had I not, we probably wouldn't have been here. Like had I really not like started Burlington, like yeah, we might have still like been like cool on Instagram and everything, and I probably still would have been like a client for makeup, but like
it wasn't the same.
It wouldn't have been this.
Because literally, like when I tell
Lock
you,
in sisters,
we were together every
day once I started working at Burlington.
Every single day, like all our shifts were literally together. And if they weren't, they still collided. Like I probably got there earlier, he got there earlier, but we were still there for a couple hours.
And sometimes one of us would stay later to just leave together.
We would stay just
because there was that amount of hours. And then once they realized that, they just started to put us more so on the same shifts. Yeah, and because we worked. That's the one thing. One thing about me and my friend, we close, but we're gonna work, baby. I'm gonna do my job. We're not
lazy workers. We get the job done.
And just because I work with my friend doesn't mean I'm about to be in the back talking to my friend all the time. I still have a job.
We could talk and do our job at the same time.
Thank you. It's called multitasking.
Literally.
Look at that.
But yeah, like I think that was really like our peak of our friendship. And plus at the time
that was like where it really started to like blossom.
And I was going through like a lot of relationship problems, so I would like text John.
I was like also like an outlet.
Literally the biggest outlet for me. Like I would probably go over there every day. I was getting dropped off Uber like every single day.
It was so bad. Not bad. Like, we were so close, I'm saying, like, in the sense that, like, it didn't matter how much the Uber would cost to go to work because, like, had our Burlington money and there was still, like, a little income or whatever that was also there. And child, the Ubers used to be, like, from her house. What she would do is go from her house on the way up, since she would have to pass by me on the boulevard. Pick me up, get off the boulevard, come pick me up, get back on the boulevard, go all the way up to Grant. Mind you, I lived before Cotman. She used to live down by Hunting Park. So we're talking about an Uber from down Hunting Park like, through the whole to Cotman to now Red Lion Road. Like, baby, that Uber was like $70. All the time. And we used to do them like that. Or like, she would get dropped off at my house and then we would Uber. Like, but we used to be at work together all the time.
Seafood boils for lunch.
Ew, yes. And that's so disrespectful of us. Because looking at it back now, when somebody brought fish to work the other day, no, like a few weeks ago, remember? Yeah. It stunk so bad. Because you could bring fish, but if you're going to bring fish, it has to be salmon. Salmon doesn't stink. Yeah, it don't stink. I warmed up salmon, it doesn't stink. Shrimp doesn't stink. Crab doesn't stink. No. But if you're bringing like lobster, potatoes, mussels, scallops, like all those other fish, it stinks. And somebody literally microwaved food and the kitchen stunk. Even outside of the kitchen, you could smell it. Like, we have to put a code to get in the door. And you could smell it from outside. Smell it from the door, yeah. Like, as you're putting in the code, the fish smell is there. And you got to go through a whole nother door after that door. So it was very disrespectful of us to get seafood boils to Burlington. But we used to do it. And then we used to order literally like anything that we wanted. Shift. We'll be like, seafood we want Popeyes, Spanish food. Starbucks, we would order Spanish food from like all the way down the way, all the way up to Red Line, and Uber Eats was our best friend. Uber Eats, DoorDash, and then we used to go right next door to the Chinese spot. One of the best Chinese spots I ever had. If you've never felt like you've had really good Chinese food in the Northeast area, you need to on Red Lion Road. When you go into the plaza where the Burlington is, there's only one Burlington on Red Lion Road. Go to that Chinese spot. You're welcome. I promise you. The dumplings, the what is it? The crab ragoons, the egg rolls, the lo mein, the rice, rolls, the wings, everything. Crispy, fried hard, baby. Now we're just being big, but that's how big we used to be. Like, it don't matter. We really used to just everyone's eat. Hungry here. I know you're hungry. You're probably hungry watching us. My stomach is growling. Your stomach is growling. I think we should all Mine's isn't growling, but I'm a little snackish. I wouldn't mind a little snack. I'm not mad at a little snack. Here you are. Snacks. Two snacks. Which one do you want? It's giving blueberry and strawberry. Oh my god, it is. I'm not mad at it. What do you want? What's your fruit? Comment below. Or do you want a smoothie and have both of us? Blended. Like I'm crying. Love that. Chill. So we do have some. I do have another thing I want to talk about in between the time periods, but I'm not gonna talk about it in between the jobs because I think I'd just rather like get the jobs and then talk about like everything else. So our third job is now our current job, our real adult job. This is like literally our adult job. Yeah. Like big girl, big boy jobs. Like we're adults working in the city. One thing about me, funny enough, ever since I was little, I've honestly always dreamed of working in Center City. And it's so like even not Center City, even New York City. Yeah, like it just makes me feel like I'm young and I'm thriving just by working in the city. Like it and just you know what it is? I feel like from all like the TV shows when we were little, like young. That's kids. What it is. That's what I'm saying. Like ever since I was little, being in the city makes me feel like a celebrity. I want to get on a taxi. And yes, like I want everybody like the cameras to be outside. That part. I feel like a celebrity when working in the city. I don't know what it is. I'm walking on the street feeling myself the whole time. And it's still so weird, like working in the city and then seeing people that you know or like off Instagram. Yes. And it's like, why are you here? There's been a time I've had somebody come to my job. Mind you, the majority of the people that come to our job are mostly older. Yeah. Like, yes, there's because our job, we work at Jefferson. Let's just say that. I'm not going to give y'all too much because y'all not going to come stalk us. We work in Center City, and that's all you'll need to know. That's why we got the city. We work Jefferson. Multiple locations, babe. If you want to find us, come find us. I'm not mad at a challenge. Come find me. Come with flowers, though. Don't come empty-handed. Always come with flowers. Because I'm going to send you around. Don't ever come to me without no flower in your hand. It could be one flower. It could be two. It could be 10, 20, 50, 100. I don't care. Give me a flower. And if it's going to be just one, it has to be a really luscious one. Yeah, like a really don't come give me like it's falling apart. Because like it tells me, thought. No, it tells me how you feel about me. Exactly. I'm sorry. If you pick out
a horrible bouquet of flowers.
You didn't get.
You did not look
You didn't
around.
put any thought.
You didn't put
no.
no
You said,
thought.
"Oh, this is what they got here."
No.
They
I
said,
don't like
"Oh,
that.
here, this is it."
It's some child. I don't know what about it. It's gonna make me mad.
Anyway, so yeah, we're currently working at our big adult job, and I love it. It has its pros, it has its cons, like any other job. But out of all the jobs I've worked, I felt like this is the one that honestly makes me feel the most fulfilled.
Yeah.
And like I love that for me, even though I hate working there sometimes. But it's really just the patience. Just like all my past jobs have been customer service.
Yeah.
And retail. So customer service is like really hard in retail. And you would think like going into admin, like it's easier because I'm like administration. MA administration. So you would think going into like administration, like it would be like a different ballpark. And in a sense it is, but it's really not because you still have patients who are pissed. Like versus not being a customer, it's not a patient. But it's still the same anger, like the same things.
Yeah.
Why is my doctor late? Oh, I'm 30 minutes late, but I still want to get seen today. I'm 2 hours late, like this patient today. 2 hours late and was throwing a fit.
It's the audacity for me.
It's really the audacity.
Because I feel like for me, if I'm going to a doctor's office, like
I'm gonna be on time.
I'm gonna be on time. If you tell me there's a wait, like I'm gonna wait around for a certain amount of time, or I'll ask like, how many people do you know are in front of you? Ask the right questions, like,
and don't be disrespectful about it.
Because you gotta understand, like working in the office is very like a domino effect. If you come up to him and give him an attitude, then he's going to come back to us and tell us that you gave him an attitude. And now he's in a funk. That puts us in a funk. The doctor's in a funk.
Because now we got to let the doctor know. Because that's exactly what it is. Because if you mess with in a sense, if you throw off your front desk by like arguing with them and fighting with them, now we have to go basically in a sense relay that message to the medical assistants to then basically relay the message to the doctor. In the sense, because your patient is upset because you're running late, whatever the case may be, I need you to get it together because I'm not going to keep catching the seat for you. Because that's the thing I feel like the patients don't realize, like, babe, I'm not the doctor.
It's not my fault.
I'm not the doctor. And you know what?
And then when they walk in, the doctors walk in, everything's like, oh my God,
But you know what's funny? One patient today told me she was going to get him. I'm not going to say what doctor because we have work. Yeah, because he was... They had canceled her PFT before it, her breathing test. And yeah, she was a little upset about that. And then I told her that he's not going to be working there, you know, because of, you know. And she was upset. She said, oh, I'm going to get him. Wait till I get back there. She said, dude. And I said, girl, y'all go off. That's what I always tell them. When they come up frustrated at me, I'm like, I understand you're frustrated. Handle your frustrations with the doctor. He's seeing the patient. But anyway, that's besides the point. That's our big job. That's our 3 jobs together. We worked at this one so far, I think the longest.
Yeah. Together, yeah.
No. Technically, it's still been Burlington. No, because I left Burlington. It's going to be the longest anyway because we're not leaving yet. So
yeah,
it'll become the longest if it's not longer than Burlington.
This is like more, I feel like this job
is more of a career
path. Like, yeah, you could be administration, but you can go so many different
That's my point. Like, to be honest,
job,
I feel like I want to be HR. Like, I've always like, because they're like, you know, so businessy and like on it and like handling what they want to handle. Like, I want to be like HR, like complaints. Like, I want to handle all that kind of stuff, to be honest. Because I'm like, I don't know, I just like being in charge. Makes me feel good. But anyway, that's besides the point. So we worked 3 jobs together. How many trips have we taken together?
4. We took 4 trips together. I think.
How many were flights?
3 of them.
How many were out of the states? How many did we need a passport for?
The most recent one. I love that trip.
I
had such a good trip.
So we're gonna go through our trips. We started with.
We went to Florida the first time. We went to Orlando.
Yeah, we
went to Orlando the first time. That was 2021. Yeah.
And that was with a group of people we don't talk to. But at the time, don't get me wrong. So I'm going to tell you how it happened, though. Because at the time, it was my closer friends.
Yeah.
I was dancing. I was closer to these people. And at that time, this like now, falling out way after that. Anyway, at that time, it was more so like there was a couple. There was then like a family in a sense. Like there was like mom, son. And then I'm like, damn, like I low-key like need like my person. Like
Yeah.
I need like somebody there like to be like with me in case anything. Like I need like my partner in a sense. So I'm like, ugh, who can I take? Mind you, me and Key were already working together. I had stopped working at Burlington and I had started Carter's, but me and Key were still really good friends. Like we were still keeping in contact with our friendship.
I think I was already at a doctor's office.
You already started the doctors, but you were still doing Burlington. I was still doing Burlington on and off, but by the time I think we went to when we went to Orlando, I was already done Burlington.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we both were done actually, for real. So by the time we took our first trip, we said goodbye to the old job and on to separate jobs. But that's how we still kept our friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Alive and thriving. So anyway, we went to Orlando and I needed my person, so I had basically invited Key. That's how Key came on that trip, and that trip was a ball. That was my first like friend trip, like ever. Like I've done like dance congresses, like with the dancers, and like like your dance crew becomes like your dance family, like your other family. So I've done that, but I haven't done like an actual like friend trip up until that trip.
And it was
a ball.
I had so much fun.
My room was by myself. It was so pretty and pink and glossy. And my sister, and I had a nice full, or it was a queen, I don't remember, but it was really nice. I think it was a queen, right? And then my sister girl had the other room that was yellow, but she likes yellow. She hates pink. Yes. That's the key point to this.
That's always going to get me. Like, don't put me in a pink room. You could take the room. Every time you could take the room. I'm fine with this. I could deal with this. Okay. I'm not mad at that. But like a all pink room.
Yeah, it was like literally all painted pink. No, I can't. And like it was like white furniture. It was really pretty though. Like it was just cause. I loved it. Like that could have been my room forever.
But yeah, I like yellow. I wasn't mad at it.
She had a nice yellow room. Yeah. And she had like 2 twins, but like she used one twin as like literally her layout closet.
Yeah, literally. One thing about me, I go on trips. Like I love people that could do that, like unpack on the first day, hang out their stuff. I'm not doing that.
I'm sorry. I take everything out my suitcase the same day I land.
I just don't have it in me. Like I just like no. Like I feel like when I pack my outfits together. So I would be like, all right, here you go, done. Dirty clothes I put in a bag on the side and I call it a day. But I just for the hanging up the stuff and it's stressful.
So we did a lot of things on that trip. We did 3 different amusement parks, literally one almost every day. We were there like 4 or 5 days. We literally only had one day that we literally didn't do an amusement park. Out of the whole trip we were there.
Yeah.
And that
was like our only relaxing day.
We did one the same day we landed. The one the next day, one the day after that. One of them was Busch Gardens.
Was burning.
We did Busch Gardens. We did Aquatica the same day we landed. And we did Gatorlands as well throughout that trip. We did like, excursions, a few little like other things. But we're not going to get too into the trip. But one thing I do want to bring up from Busch Gardens, which you Keely reminded me, is it's actually one of my funniest memories with Kara ever. Like, I will never forget that.
He talks about it all the time. Like,
because it's
I already know when I get married, like, that's going to be like the highlight.
In the speech. I can't wait. Just know, you're correct. This will be at your wedding. I'm going to be like, I remember.
Now I need to outdo that. I got to do something else.
Well, I mean, that's not that bad. So if you do outdo it, it's going to be worse.
I know.
So I'm going to be at her wedding. Like, I remember when me and Kiara took our first friend trip and it was just, you know how you can speak things into existence? That's exactly what my sister did.
I'm good at manifesting stuff.
She manifested.
I did.
So in a long story short, the way she manifested was, it was literally storming at Busch Gardens once we were already there. But it was storming so bad that like, it was thundering and like lightning. It was lightning. There was thunder and lightning.
Hard.
It was thundering actually. Like it wasn't lightning. It was thundering really, really hard. So the issue with it, thunder. Why am I stuttering with?
Okay.
Anyway, the issue with the weather like that was that they stopped all the rides. So at first, after we already got soaked, we started to hide in this like in the cafe. Basically, we ate food literally soaked.
Yeah.
It was disgusting being that wet. Like it was literally gross.
Hate wet clothes.
I felt like I jumped in the pool.
Hate wet clothes.
I felt like I jumped right in the pool with my whole outfit on and I jumped right back out.
Yeah.
Like that's how wet I was, head to toe. It was disgusting. Let me just say that.
It was not a good time.
So like I gotta hear my anyway. So we're running, right? Because we decided to go meet all of us were in one place besides 2 people. We decided to meet the other 2 people who are watching a circus show on the complete other end of the park. But mind you, why would we just sit here wasting time when we can go watch a circus show? So we're running from the cafe and we decide, let's cover ourselves from the rain with lunch trays.
The trees, yeah.
You want to say how you spoke it in, or you want me to say it?
I'll say it. So basically, we were walking with the lunch trays on top of our head.
We were not walking.
Yeah. No, we were actually
running.
we were
literally like at least sprinting. I'm not gonna say running. We were
because
sprinting
it was
we didn't
raining hard and we were already like scared.
We had like sandals, like we weren't in sneakers.
So I literally, while we were sprinting, I looked at John and I'm like, it'll be so funny if one of us fall right now. Probably like 15 seconds after that, what happens?
I'm gonna tell you how funny it was though. Because the way it happened was literally like we're running and she's like, yo, it would be so funny if somebody was like this. Like, let me grab this book, right? It would be so funny if somebody was to just fall and bust their ass. And mind you, she's basically talking about us. Because we're the ones that are running with her. Like, nobody else was really out there running with a lunch tray. Child, 5, 10, 15 seconds later. Woo! Right on her back. It was disrespectful. Bro. Like, the way she felt was disrespectful.
On the concrete. And I had nothing else to do but to laugh.
And all we did was laugh at her.
I couldn't be mad.
We laughed
I literally did it to myself.
I literally laughed at her and I didn't feel bad.
My legs were all scratched up. Like, it was just not a good time.
I just seen it again.
I'm forever haunted.
I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I wish this was on camera, and I've always said this ever since that. Like, ever since this literally happened, I have said on multiple occasions, like, I literally wish that was on candid camera. Like, that would be something to watch back and just laugh about.
He would probably watch it every day.
It was hilarious. You had to be there. I'm sorry. We're soaked. We're running in the rain. It would be so funny if somebody falls. Ball bust your ass. Hilarious. I'm sorry. So anyway, that was our first trip. Our second trip was to Florida as well.
It's a different part.
Mind you, we didn't plan these trips, so no shade.
No. Yeah, I didn't plan the
I got tired of the Florida.
Yeah, I didn't plan.
I haven't gone to Florida since that second
I would have
time.
went. Yeah, like honestly, I'm bored of Florida.
I'm tired of Florida.
I don't want to.
I've only went to 2 cities, and I'm like, I don't even want to go back yet. I need to go explore other places.
I need like 3 other, probably like 2 more years.
Yes, correct. Because I think I want to go to Miami when I go back.
Like I want to. Yeah, and I think that that's something that's like
cute.
You have to plan it right.
Yes, and I want to go and like you know what they say about the Miami friend trips. One thing about us, that's not happening.
We're fine.
Thank you though. No. Next. But anyway, so we went to Tampa and we went with 3 of the same people from the trip, like the adults from that first trip, us, and then 3 other people, 4 other people, because now you had a partner at this time.
Yeah. I did bring the partner.
Then I was with my Bookie. Mari was in my room. She'll be coming on an episode, so stay tuned. Eventually, Mari will be on here. Shout out to my Bookie Mari. Love you. The only one I actually still talk to from that trip. My bitch.
You're a real one.
Well, besides you. But that's different because we're obviously here. We're obviously here talking about it, so y'all got the point.
I understand.
Anyway, so yeah, that was a interesting trip. We went in January, and babe, let me just tell you, you would think, like, you know, it'd be in Florida, like, it was still gonna be hot.
It was a joke. I literally, all the clothes I bought, I didn't even put on. I have my airport clothes on probably every day, and I was just switching stuff up.
I was literally like, thank God I took like long pants and like a few like warmer things, like somewhat. I was so cold because they had no sleeves. Like it was like a one piece, like sweatpants kind of jumper, no sleeves. It was so cold. Yeah, it was no jackets. Like it was a mess. It was so cold when we went out there. Like we had the first time we went to Orlando, the first time we went to Florida, we went to Orlando. We got gagged by the pool. It literally gave bird bath.
It was literally
in the picture. It looked so big, and it literally gave bird bath. Tampa, gorgeous, huge pool, hot tub, so nice. And we didn't even use it.
Couldn't use it.
We used the hot tub, and at that, I literally got in and I got right back out. I said, "No, baby, this is too cold out here for me to be wet." I said, "I'm gonna get pneumonia."
Literally, no, for real.
So that was an interesting trip. I'll say it wasn't as fun as the first one. We didn't get to enjoy it as much. There was a lot of energy. There were a lot of.
I would rate that trip a 3 out of 10.
Actually, probably same. I would name or I would give Orlando probably like an 8 out of like an 8, 7.5 out of 10.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Say like an 8.
It was a good trip. I enjoyed myself.
Tampa though, I would say maybe like I'll No.
No, it's a 3,
It's a
baby. I'm
3.
sorry.
The only highlight for me out of that trip, to be honest, was probably the
Going
last
home.
day. The last day on the beach. And it was still cold. Like we were on like with shirts and like pants on the beach, but it was just like really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Clearwater and it was just super pretty, and I just really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That's probably it. Besides that, I wouldn't do that trip over again. Don't plan trips. Anyway, we're not even gonna.
Yeah.
We already through. Anyway.
Anyways.
So our third trip together though, we took a road trip, and I picked this place. I'm gonna get into why I picked this place because this place didn't turn out the best, but it did turn out to be one of the most peaceful, flowing trips. Like, peaceful. Don't get me wrong, we expected more out of the place, but to be honest, it was still one of my top trips because it was like, it was 4 of us. It was her partner. It was me and my cousin and like I was gonna say previous partner, but I'm like her partner at the time, like same thing. Her partner at the time. It was me and my cousin, and we went for a good time, baby. And we thought like my other cousins from Allentown have recommended it. They're like, go to Rehoboth, like the gays are down there, like y'all are gonna be lit.
Child, I feel like I was in a retirement home. I'm sorry.
We went to the gay club out there and it was repulsive.
What is thing?
It smelled like
everybody don't got no shirt on, is sweating.
No shirt, old man, hairy chest. Not everybody was old. Like there was like some younger people, but like they all no shade. They gave me like
not cup of tea. No,
they were doing in the bathroom.
I don't know what they
for
were
sure.
Doing.
They were either doing a little white or they were doing a little popper or something, but they was doing something in the bathroom.
But I mean, it was cute, like the little corner.
It was cute where we was at. If I put a corner where we were at, I am. Insert corner of where we were at that was cute in the club.
Yeah, it was cute. Like we made
it was a vibe because it was literally us 4 standing in a corner, like and just vibing.
One thing about me is I could tell I had a good night if I get a lot of good pictures and videos. And I got so much good pictures.
Because if I'm enjoying myself, I'm gonna make sure like I get like some videos enjoying myself with my friends for like memory purposes. Because you capture it here. But when you're older, like you want to look back at stuff and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I recorded that. That's why I'm that friend that tries to record as much as I can, take pictures as much as I can, because I want to have these memories when I'm older. Like show my kids, like show my friends' kids, like look at Titi, look at your mom, like look at everybody when we was young and turned. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I love that.
But we had ended up going to Rehoboth and the beach was good. Like we had fun on the beach. The food was so good.
The food was good.
Besides that pizza was disgusting. They say it's the #1 pizza in Rehoboth. Don't go to it. There's 2 different spots. It's nasty. Waste your time. The sauce is too sweet.
The drinks were really nice though. They did the drinks really cute. Remember that little bar that we went to?
The little bar we went to. We went to like a little rooftop bar. It was super cute.
Yeah.
The beach was cute. Though that dessert place we went to, remember that we were eating and walking to the car?
That was good.
It was so good. So that was a good trip.
Yeah.
Overall, like we got lit, we drank. We made the best out of it, and we honestly enjoyed it doing it that way. Like we didn't stress it too much. We were just like, we're just do this, like fuck it.
Yeah.
And we did.
It was a good trip. I'll rate that like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. I could do a 9. I'm not mad at a 9 because it was definitely better.
It was so peaceful.
It was more peaceful and more enjoyable than Orlando was, but Orlando was also such a highlight. But then our 4th trip together, the international one, the one that you needed to get a passport for, babe. Get your passports before you come try to shade me, babe.
Sorry.
And if you're watching this, you know who you are.
Get that passport.
Get your passport, babe. Stop booking that same trip. Get the passport.
Get the passy. You're gonna benefit from it. I promise.
You are. I promise.
I promise.
So yeah, and by the time I hit your age, I should have a few passport sets.
And I.
But anyway, our 4th trip was to Mexico.
So much fun.
I had a blast.
It was. I would rate that trip like a 9.5.
Same. It's not a 10, but it's a 9.5. It's not a 10 for me because the first day I was sick. Like there was a few little things that like were a few little curveballs. The resort food was probably food was horrible.
Sorry.
And I'm so mad because we looked at them.
Literally, they had a taco truck that like came out to the pool, and I probably had 8 tacos back to back because we were literally starving ourselves, and we did not want that food.
And I'm pickier than they are, and they were like eating like a little bit, and like I was literally surviving on that trip. Like I was surviving, but I still had such a good time, and that's the point to it.
Yeah. The ATVing was so much fun.
We did ATVing. We went into the cenote. That was the scariest
I would
experience
never do
I've
that again.
ever done in my life.
I'm grateful
would
that
do
I
it
did
again.
it, but I would never do that
I would
again.
do it again.
No.
I would do it
Unless
again.
I get swimming classes, I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah,
I
she
literally was
canceled.
having an anxiety attack. Yeah, it was.
So we did Mexico, and this time I planned this trip as well. Oh my gosh, I planned 2 of our trips.
Yeah.
Technically, though, Rehoboth, we all looked at stuff in
Mhm.
there, and like we conjoined plan that
Yeah.
one. This one, I say I more so planned it, but I did also ask everybody like stuff they were thinking of doing, like that they would like to do, and we like had the same idea, so like we met in the middle anyway.
Mhm.
And I had a blast. We did ATVing. We did a boat day. We took a boat to Isla Mujeres.
That was so much fun. That was the
funnest
best
thing.
That
was the best day for me. Was the beach day.
That was the best day for me. Like it's so memorable.
It was, but also the last day for me because that was the day I got the drunkest.
That he got like the most latest.
Yeah, like the last day for some reason. Always the last day on the trip is really when I want to go off because it's just like now I gotta leave. This
man probably had 10 shots back to back.
I did, and if I find a video, I could find them for the like within like an hour, an hour and a half. Strawberry cheesecake shots. They were so good.
They were so good.
They were so good. I recorded it on my phone actually. I told the bartender to say what it was so I could make it when I got back home because I have never heard of a strawberry cheesecake shot.
It was so good.
And it was so sweet. It had like anyway, it was
good. Thank you, man.
I was having them back to back to back to back to back to back, and that's why I was tore up. If they would have had those in the club, I would have been tore up in the club.
And the good thing is, like, they were so sweet. Like, you literally
they were so sweet. Like, you didn't taste liquor. That's my thing. I'm not really a shot person because it's just it gets me lit too fast. If it's pure liquor and like it just goes down too hard for me. Like I'm just not a shot person. I could do lemon drops. I could do a green tea shot. I could do shot if I throw like a little juice in there or like if it's like vodka. I can't do tequila shots. No.
I love tequila.
It's just too like in my throat, and I haven't done it since the last time I did.
I really can't do vodka like that. I could do
the
vodka.
First time
I could do vodka. I would prefer not to.
Both times I have taken a tequila shot. One time was at the person's birthday. We went to the second time at his birthday in his apartment. Remember? Child, I literally took that shot, and I literally remember like I literally was like. And I went right to the bathroom and I locked the door. And I literally had to throw up because like it just came right back up and I couldn't hold it down. It was disgusting. Then I don't remember if that was the first time or the second time. Another time I was in Allentown with my cousin. And like she put the salt on my hand, like gave me the lime, like I had the tequila, like I was gonna do it how you supposed to do it. And literally as I poured it, like I spit it back out. It was so nasty. That was the first time actually. Allentown was the first time. The second time I threw it back up, basically. So ever since then I've never gone back to tequila shots. I can do a tequila mixed drink, but a tequila shot is just not.
I love tequila.
I can't.
I do love tequila.
And I'm just not.
I feel
really
like it's just my preference.
Person.
Like I feel like
it is very much of a preference.
Yeah,
thing.
like
that's
why
I go to a bar,
vodka. It's just like give me anything with tequila. I don't care.
Drink wise, or even shot wise, you do tequila, yeah.
No, shot wise. Drink wise, I could do anything. Like I don't have a
drink wise. I do, but I don't because I like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I do like sweeter drinks.
But we ended up. I feel like we like drinks that we're able to like switch up the liquor all the time. Like it's not gonna really make a difference.
Because I get like Sex on the Beaches with different liquors. I get Malibu Bay Breeze, which is just cranberry pineapple instead of Malibu. I get like Tito's. I be getting tequila. I get Sex on the Beach with this versus that. Like I like to get just like you said, because I already like the flavor. I just am switching the liquor out. The boat day was definitely overall the best day for all my 3 girlfriends that I took on the trip. They honestly had a ball. Love that for them.
Yeah, it was a very sentimental day.
It was. We honestly got back after the boat day and we were very emotional. We got a Sprinter. One thing about us, when we travel with style when we're booking the trip. When I'm planning the trip with my friends.
One thing about me is I'm an itinerary girly, both of us. Yep. Like, we really take it down to the T. Yep. Like, you give me a trip and you tell me plan it out, I'm going to plan it out. Every single time.
That's what we did. I knew what I wanted to do this day. We didn't book it ahead of time just because we know it would be cheaper there. But I already knew what I wanted to do those days. I was already known. So, yeah. We got emotional on the way back. We basically gave each other we started off giving each other basically a flower in a sense, like
complimenting each other, saying what we're proud of.
And maybe we ended up giving each other bouquets. Like we were crying and all, all 4 of us.
Sobbing, all of us.
We prayed together.
And that's the thing, I think that's what made it such a highlight for me because I've never actually prayed with anybody. So to be able to, the first time praying with somebody, praying period is very it's intense. You know what I mean? It's very intimate. So to be able to share that with other people, it really
And no, it was
it
like
molded
genuine.
something in my heart that I can't, like, I will always remember that. And we
Same.
really, like, told each other a lot about its secrets, like, things that we went through, things that we go through right now. And it really just opened up a door for all of us. Like, we just all seen each other in a different light since that day, I feel like.
Very well. So, how do you feel like we motivate each other, or how we grow our friendship, like, to maintain it, how we do?
So I feel like
it's kind of like a big question.
Yeah.
Like, you know how to, like...
Mm-hmm. So for me, I feel like the good thing about me and John is that not only do we motivate each other, but we just get each other, and
we learned each other,
literally, and that's what it is.
Like, we took time with our
Yeah.
friendship to actually learn each other. And I feel like a lot of friends, like, rush into best friendships and stuff like that.
Like, we took our time. Like, we didn't just
we didn't start out as best
besties.
friends.
No,
I want to say
at
we
all.
became best friends like 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
We've known each other for 6 of those years. So you do the math, how long that took.
Actually,
and it's not even
2021. I would say it really, like, set in stone.
Technically no, though, because I was still with, you know.
That didn't bother me. You still my best friend.
I was her best friend, but I technically still had a best friend, so I was like, I wasn't like, that's my bestie. You know what I mean?
Out loud. They don't want to cheat, but unfortunately, you know. Anyway.
You win. But yeah, I don't talk to neither of those old best friends because there were red flags. We're going to get into red flags about friendships.
But yeah, so I feel like for us, like, we definitely learned each other to a way, like, I feel like he just knows me like the back of my hand. Like, if I had all my friends in a room, I love all my friends. I know all my friends know me. I love them. Like, all my relationships, all my friends are different. But if I'm in a room with all my friends, he just knows me the best. Like, you could look at me and he just knows, like, what's wrong with me, what's up with me, like, why am I acting this way? Why am I not talking? Why am I talking that much?
Literally,
like,
I could walk into work because she's already at work before me, and I already know from as soon as, like, how I greet her in the morning, like, what's wrong? Why are you like this? Or, like, throughout the day, like, I know my friend's energy, and she's the same way with me. Like, we know each other's energies. We know what bothers us. We know, like, if somebody says something and we're around each other, we're going to know if that's going to irritate them, like, in a sense. Like, if somebody says something that I already have learned that's going to irritate Key, as soon as it's said, I know that irritated Key. You know what I mean? So I'm going to note it and make sure I check on my friend. Yeah. That's also how we keep maintain a good friendship. And we just motivate each other because we want the best for each other, I feel like.
That, and I feel like we love each other in a different way. We love each other in our love languages. Yeah. So, like, he knows my love language and he loves me in that love language. I love him and I love him in his love language. So it's like,
I don't feel like my other best friendships were like that.
No, because it was very inconsiderate. I feel like me, just who I am, I'm a very considerate person. So to be considerate, yeah, that's why we're so close, because it's like, I consider you, you consider me. I know that if I need something or if I'm going through something, like, first person I think of, type of thing. So, yeah, it's my girl.
But, yeah, that's definitely how we maintain a good friendship. That's how we value, because we honestly value each other like family. Like, I'm the type of person, I'm starting to get mad, low-key, because I'm thinking about this stuff. I'm the type of person with my friendships that, like, I honestly value, I'm closer to my friends, and I honestly genuinely end up seeing my friends more than I see majority of my family. Yeah. Like, literally, I want to say the only family member I see more than I see my friends is my mom. We live together. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I see my friends more. I talk to my friends more. Like, my friends know more of what's going on in my life than anybody in my family. You know what I mean? So it's like, I love my friends completely different. Like, I love my friends so hard that they are my family. Like, once I love you and you're really my friend, like, at that point, you're my family. So
I feel like that's why we take friendship so seriously. For me, like,
that's why I take friendship seriously, because I love so hard. I'm a Pisces. I love so hard, period. I wear my emotions on my sleeve, on my like chest, like everywhere. So it's hard to just not be like so invested in something when you're investing yourself into something.
And like, for me, like, yeah, you're a Pisces and you're very emotional, but for me, I'm different. Like, I'm a Capricorn, so I'm very nonchalant. But if I show you that I care about you, like, and I'm willing to do whatever I gotta do, like, to help you out or be there for you, like, you need to note that and you need to take that in consideration because I'm
I
not
hate
like that with
inconsiderate
everybody.
people.
I hate inconsiderate
Hate
people.
it.
That's
one of my biggest pet peeves.
My biggest pet peeves is being
my biggest
inconsiderate.
pet peeve, like personality wise, because one of my biggest pet peeves is people chewing with their mouth open. Oh,
I hate that. Oh my god!
I just want to like
so mad. Like,
slap their chin up, like like, close the chin up.
For real. I can tell how you was raised. No shade.
Yeah, because my mom used to tell me if I was chewing my
get it
together.
Like even if I was standing up and eating, my mom be like, "Girl, you in a rush?"
Yeah, like why are you rushing to eat? Sit down.
No.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. What are some red flags you feel like you've seen in previous friendships, and you've made sure to try to like stay? We don't gotta name so many because we don't gotta. This will be going on all night. If I'm listening all of mine, babe, I'm gonna be honest because I've learned quite a few. Yeah, and you see how I'm wearing red? It's actually funny that I'm wearing red and we're gonna see these red flags. Because the problem, before you answer, before I answer, the problem with seeing red flags in your friendships with other people is if your friendship is different from how you view their friendship, you're not going to think that that friend is going to do the same thing they're doing to their other friend to you. And that's the problem. Because if they show you their color is red, baby, believe it's red. It's not pink. It's not orange. You're not colorblind. It's red. Yeah. This is a pattern. This is who they are. They betray their friends. They are not good friends. And you need to recognize that from how people act with other people around them. How you act with people around you is who you truly are, point blank, period. So don't come put up a front when you're with me. Thank you. So your red flag? So honestly, well, not your personally, but like
like for friends.
I don't want to think.
I feel like my main one for friends is definitely gonna be inconsideration. But inconsideration goes so many different ways. It's not just like, okay, like I'll do you a favor, you gotta do me one bit. No, I feel like
if I do a favor, I'm doing it because I love you.
Because I love you, and you shouldn't. Anything that I'm doing or you do back for me should not be like, oh, I have to do this for this person. Like, no, I feel like
she gave me this, now I have to give her that.
No, be considerate. Like, make sure that your friend and you yourself, you value their feelings, you value your own feelings. How would you want to be treated? Like, I'm real big on that. Like, I'm gonna treat you how I want to be treated.
Very much so.
Yeah, and a lot of people are not like that.
That you get taught at a very young age. So for you not to have that character trait as a grown adult, that's a problem to me. You know what I mean? Like, they tell you since you're little, like, no, don't do that. Like, you're supposed to treat others how you want to be treated. At least that's how I was raised.
I was raised like this.
Like, that's what my mom has told me since I was a child. So, for you to now be a grown adult and want something or expect something from somebody and not return that same energy and not reciprocate it is a problem because that's inconsiderate of you. You're not treating people how you want to be treated. That's honestly my biggest red flags in friendships too. And honestly, here's the other one, actually. Friends, because I've seen it, baby. That's why I'm not talking to people. Friends who talk about their other friends with you and then go back and hang out with them. And like, let's say they feel some type of way. Like, let's say Kira did something and I felt some type of way because she did something. And now I'm venting to it about Bill over here, right? And I'm talking to Bill about it, but I'm not venting. I'm talking shit. Then I'm going back and hanging with Kira. That's a problem.
There's that. So I do want to say there's a difference
between venting and talking shit. Venting is venting about the situation.
Things. I could say I feel like we do that a lot with our other two close friends. Like, say if he pissed me off today, I'll go to my
like at work. Like,
John pissed you off today because he pissed me off today.
And that's just not talking shit because that's just who we are. That's how me and my close friends are. Like, if one of us pisses us off, like, we're like, bitch, why did this bitch just do this? And it's not talking trash because it's like, why did she have an attitude because of this? Or even with our other friends, like, why did this one do this? And she didn't tell me, like, little stuff like that. But it's like family stuff at the end of the day. Like, it's basically like we're doing that with each other because we're friends.
And we tell each other what we say.
That part.
As soon as we're over at the same day,
I'm like, because you pissed me off. Yep. Every time. One thing about it, I'm going to give you the receipts. Because if somebody else thinks they're going to go tell you that I was venting about you, wrong. I'll let you know myself.
Literally.
Because if you feel some type of way, then that's your problem. I'm sorry. If I'm venting and I'm talking shit, two different things. Like you said. But yeah, that's honestly my biggest red flags with friendships. Besides that, I really don't feel like I need to get into too many others. Because red flag, drop them.
Thank you.
If they're backstabbing their other friends, they're gonna
They're gonna
backstab
do it
you.
to you, baby. I'm sorry.
You're
Like,
no
you just
different, and
gotta.
that was my problem,
Yeah.
to be honest. And mainly,
It
I
was
want
both
to
our
say,
problem.
yeah, but I want to say mainly, and like for me, it was bigger though.
Absolutely.
Because I was longer, like in those friendships that I lasted. Like my ex-girl best friend was longer than my ex-boy best friend, but my ex-boy best friend was up until this past fall. So it was like, and the other one was like since like middle school. So it's also harder because when you're with these people so much and like you love them, they've been your family, like you really like try to overlook those red flags.
Mm-hmm.
And then like eventually, child,
you gotta let them go.
You gotta let them go.
I'm
and
sorry.
the gag is, they're the ones that always try to let you go first when they're the wrong ones.
Mm-hmm. Guilty conscience.
Guilty conscience because they know they're wrong.
Do it every time.
That part. Do a quick little synopsis on all things the key to great makeup. The brand and the original muse. One thing about it, that's what a lot of people don't know. I am the original face of the Key to Great Makeup.
He is.
Started in my bedroom, baby.
Literally.
So don't ever forget it. Y'all will never be the favorite client. It's always the OG, and you can never pass it. Thank you.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is true. I used to do my
Use
own makeup
code
a lot. Yeah.
DADOLL, DADOLL, double L, for 20% off any service. Baby, stack them services up and get 20% off a bigger amount.
Okay.
Thank you.
We love a discount.
We love a discount.
We do love a discount. And that's a good percentage off, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but are you looking? Are you looking? What are you doing?
So let's get into it.
So honestly, the Key to Great Makeup's anniversary is coming up in August 23rd to be exact. So last year, well, first I love makeup. I've been doing makeup since I was in 8th grade. I used to do my own makeup a lot. I used to do it every single day to school. I used to do my friends. I used to just my cousins, anybody you could do, my mom, anybody you could think of, and I never really took it serious because I just didn't think it was a route that I could go in a sense. Like I was in school, my life was lifing. It was just not something that I would do for myself for my own peace. Honestly. Right. But like once I met John, it started becoming more a consistent thing. And
I used to tell her, like, once I seen her like doing makeup, I'm like, girl, you need to actually be serious about this. I've told Key this for so many years before she actually started like taking it seriously, like. So that's also how you motivate your friends. Believe in your friends before they believe in themselves and keep believing in them.
No, for real.
Thank you.
For real. But last year, it was actually my first time getting invited to a wedding outside of my own family's. So I don't know what it was. It was like something really sparked the fuse. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was my first wedding I ever gone to. I had a ball.
So much.
The drinks were drinking. The food was delicious. The
pictures, everything. It was such a good
amazing, yeah. If you actually go on my Instagram, there's pictures. I was in this nice black jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Like gold, had like gold chains, a nice little gold. It was a moment.
It was a vibe.
The blonde was blonde.
Yeah,
in case you haven't noticed, the blonde is back. I'm in my blonde era again, and it's my favorite era.
Insert crown emoji. Thank you. But yeah. So I feel like that wedding really like sparked a fuse in me where I was like, oh my God, Key, like you're going to a wedding, like you gotta look good. Like it's not just like a regular beat that you do any day. Like I need to make sure that I look good. So, and then I already knew that I was gonna do his makeup. So I was like, let me just start buying like little small stuff, like supplies. Like let me get some lipstick wands. Let me get some spoolies. Let me start getting more. Yeah, like let me start getting because honestly, it was just me and him. We would just use the same stuff. Like it don't even matter. But I was like, let me start getting more ranges of foundation, concealer, like different contour, powders, blush, all this other stuff. Let me start putting a kit together. So I even bought a kit. Like I put everything together. I bought a ring light. I was like, I really want to do our makeup really, really good. Like I feel like I could do that. And I feel like throughout that time of me buying everything, I was like, I should take this serious. Like, I don't know what it was. I was so serious about it too. I'm like, I have to do this. Like something in me is screaming, like, you got to do this right now. So I was talking to like one of my good friends and I was brainstorming like different names and stuff like that. And I actually wrote down a list and I kept on like,
that's the same thing I did for the podcast.
Yeah. And I feel like, cause my name is Kiara. Yeah. My name's Kiara, but I like when people call me Key, Kee. So I'm like, I want it to be the key to something, key something, like, you know, And I just kept up looking like different Instagram names on Instagram to see like other people's ideas, who had what. If I already had an idea, did someone else have it? Like I was really trying to brainstorm.
That's the thing. Like my original name too. Like I had to change. Remember?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's besides the point.
And I ended up coming up with the Key to Great Makeup, and I was like, it's long, but it just is so.
That's how I felt with For the Dolls podcast. Like it's so long compared to Doll Talk, which is what my original name was. But like,
it's so fitting though.
That's how the cookie crumbled, and that's how it fits. Like For the Dolls podcast because it's for my dolls.
Yeah, and I love that. Like I feel like the Key to Great Makeup for me, like, and it wasn't even me trying to be cocky. I feel like the key to great makeup. Like, let me show you. Literally, like, let me show you some great makeup.
She's showing it.
Yeah, like it really just became like, all right, Key, this is something that I really want to take serious. And I did. Like, I started buying so much stuff. I made my Instagram. I was like, you know, little by little, I'm going to start taking different people's faces, like my coworkers, my friends, post them, see the feedback that I get. Like, do people like this? Like, whatever. And yeah, like, my baby was born, literally. And it was a good time. I feel like this whole year, like, I really just been, like, so focused on growing in makeup, learning makeup,
growing in business.
Literally growing in business. We might have a little secret for y'all, but we'll leave that for another time. But yeah, like I really just been taking it really serious and meeting different clients, and I love my clients. I feel like they just become my best friends, and just really learning new stuff. Not too much. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. Take it back. But no, like I love what I do. I love doing makeup, and that's something that no one can take away from me. Like with or without help, with or without anybody, like makeup has always been my first love, and I'm gonna always run with that. Like it doesn't matter what I'm doing right now, job wise, because the bills gotta get paid. I'm sorry, it is what it is. But me doing makeup is not gonna stop. Not for you, not for me, not for anybody else. Like it's something that I'm gonna continue to do, and I love it. Like it's a part of my life. Even brows. I love brows.
My sister's a brow tech.
I love doing brows. Like
eyebrows,
really like
tint, henna, lammies,
like, all of that
makeup,
baby.
all that.
Look, thank you. But yeah, like just both of those two different things, especially for me when I do makeup, my favorite part of doing makeup is brows. It's always been brows.
Noticed that. Like she takes the most time like perfecting the brows. Like
I love
that's her
brows.
favorite moment.
So like me being able to learn how to do brows and like do services for brows, I started doing that. I started doing that a little bit more than makeup around the time because it wasn't really like it was winter time. There's no proms, there's no party stuff like that. Like I was doing makeup here and there, but people wanted their brows done. Especially now that it was starting to get hot, like they just wanted their brows done. You look good, walk outside with brows already done. Just your brows done. My brows already done in the morning. Like so it's like those two businesses combined for me has really like changed my like way of thinking. Like it really altered my brain chemistry when it comes to like doing makeup. Like I appreciate it so much more now because for me, I realized that I don't really like to compliment myself, but you're gifted. Like I look at what I do and I look at people's faces when I'm done. I look at the videos when I'm editing and I'm like,
you really did that.
I did that. Like that really came out of my hands and I did that on somebody else.
The creator.
Like that's crazy to me. So I feel like
the creator, the creation.
Yeah. But no, I love my business. I love what I do. You should definitely book with me.
Use code THEDOLL again, DADOLL for 20% off.
Okay. Well, think mommies, I'm gonna drop a discount every single month.
So I think we should announce it. What we have to announce, and then we're gonna get into the last little section. Let's start with the name. So we're coming out with a new business. This is our first business together. Like, she has her entrepreneurship.
I do want to say this. I'll put a pause on that. I feel like us doing this is really taking our friendship to the next level. Because
a lot of faith in it.
A lot of faith in the business, each other, a lot of patience, a lot of communication, and all of that in a friendship is so beautiful because you need that. Like, I could call anybody off the street my friend. But like to actually have a friend that you're running a business with and like
that you can trust and
doing content
value.
with and like being able to like throw ideas at him and he throws them back.
Because like, even before like we started like before we came up with this new business venture, like stuff for the podcast send it to Key all the time. Like clips, editing, stuff with Key, with the makeup and the videos, transitions, makeup. Like we see everything from each other before anybody else sees it. Like we're each other's first opinion, first view on something, right when something is done. So it's like to now have this new business venture together that we're gonna announce to the world and that we're very excited and looking forward to. That we know is gonna be an investing period and something that we know is gonna grow, and we have a lot of faith in this, and I'm very excited.
And it's something that we really like to do because us in general, like,
we love giving gifts.
One thing about us, our main love language is gift giving, and it's been such a love
Christmas
language.
Is my favorite because I love to see everybody's face. That's why, not because
and each other's face. I feel like for me, out of all my friends, like I gift him.
Yeah, I give my sis like the best gift.
We always give each other the most expensive gifts, and it's been like that since we met each other.
It's because if you know your friend is gonna turn it, you better turn it.
Yeah, it's just
all the time. And it's not even because we have to spend the most on each other.
We deserve it.
We just deserve it for each other. Like, we know we deserve it. It's like, here, bitch, let me give you your flowers.
Literally.
So, without further ado, one last drum roll for us to announce the name.
3, 2, 1.
Gifted by KJ! So, we're going to be doing product bouquets. I don't know if you've seen. I'm going to insert some pictures of different inspos. There, we're going to do makeup bouquets, skincare bouquets.
Men's, babies, toys.
Hair care, snacks.
I love it here.
The men's is going to be cute. Self-defense.
Like, we're going to do everything.
We have a long list. We're going to have price lists. We're going to have a lot of stuff. The Instagram is going to be up. We're also have another announcement, actually. Second drum roll, please. Giveaway! My first giveaway, and I'm doing it with my business partner, my bestie. The first giveaway, we're actually having 3 winners.
3.
Not 1.
Because we just feel like, why should one person win when we want to see everybody win?
And you know what else is funny?
If I could gift everybody that participates, I definitely would.
You know what's even funnier? Is that we're doing 3 people win, and this is my 3rd episode. I just realized that right now as I said
it's
that.
It's an Annie.
So, the first winner is winning a makeup bouquet that we made. We're not going to show it. If you want to see it, you have to come onto the Instagram at Gifted by KJ. It will already be up and running. Probably the same day that this drops is when I think we should post
we're gonna drop.
We should drop the giveaway flyer the same day. So yeah, giveaway flyer will be posted as you're watching this. If you've seen the giveaway flyer first and you're watching it here, here's where you'll find out more about the giveaway. Okay. First winner wins the makeup bouquet. It has about 10 products. Yeah. As of right now, I think we might add a few little more.
Yeah, we're feeling a little bit.
We're feeling a little generous. Number 2 is getting
a free eyebrow service of a wax and tint on me for you.
And number 3 is getting 30% off of any one service from TheKeeToGreatMakeup. So whether you want your brows laminated, you want a wax, you want a tint, you want a makeup, whatever the case may be.
Both of them. Whatever you want.
You could even use them together and still get the 30. We're being that. She's being that generous.
I am.
So yeah. That's our giveaway portion. And before we close out today's video, I want to do a best friend quiz.
Yay!
I'm going to ask, I have 5 questions I wrote down. So she has to answer these 5 questions correctly.
And if I lose?
She's not my best friend no more. Cancel the giveaway. It's like, no. Let me put this here because I had to write them down because I wanted to do questions that like aren't regular stuff I know she's going to know off the top of her head. Like this first one might trip you up. At least one place in Europe I want to go to, and I've told you 3 for sure. You need to name at least one, if not all 3. So I'm going to let you name all 3 in Europe. Remember, Europe is the continent, so there's a lot of countries in it.
I know Paris.
That's one.
You said 1.
I just said 1. Do you want to try any other one? Paris, Madrid, and I want to go to Venice.
Oh yeah, and we talk about Venice so much.
And Rome. How you didn't say Venice? See? You're right. I'm gonna let you go off. So 2, who is my Pisces idol?
Janae. No, I'm sorry.
You know it's not Janae. No shade to Janae. I love Janae, but it is not Janae. Who's my Pisces idol?
No, I'm really gonna think about this hard.
Friend. Oh my gosh, I'm actually sad.
Is it Tamar?
Okay, I do love me some Tamar, But no, think of like the
Rihanna.
Yes. How could you forget the most iconic Pisces?
It's because I'm thinking of all the Pisces that I know that you like.
And you didn't think Rihanna?
No, I'm sorry.
You thought Janae. The fact she thought Janae before Rihanna, and I love Rihanna 1,000 times.
No,
more
Janae is me being selfish. Like you say, Pisces.
That's her favorite Pisces.
Her. Yeah,
that's why no shade. That's your favorite, not mine. Anyway, number 3. What is my favorite chocolate? You know this.
I know.
And if you don't answer this right, I'm really gonna be mad now. If you get 2 out of 5 wrong, that's okay. But if you get more than 2 wrong, cancel the video.
I feel like...
What chocolate do I like love the most, friend? You know I don't like peanuts in my chocolate. I'll give you a hint. I don't like the actual nut in my chocolate. That's a good hint. It's not crunchy when I eat it. That's another.
Is it a Hershey?
Get out. Go home. I can't wait to insert a meme in here.
Don't put my face. Don't put it.
I'm not gonna put it.
No.
I'm not gonna do you like that because that's YouTube. Anyway.
I'm so sorry.
Reese's.
No, that's not fair.
That
I was
is.
gonna say that next.
You didn't. You said what you said.
Am I supposed to take a shot?
Go ahead. Take a sip of your drink. You haven't even sipped your drink actually the whole time.
It's okay.
I've taken a few sips, but we already drank a little bit, so.
But it's so good.
For this, don't get this one wrong.
I'm
this
under a lot of pressure, y'all.
I'm sorry, she is. I put her under a lot of pressure.
It's just
because you're a diamond.
Yeah.
What's my favorite era of music? You know this, friend.
2000s.
Period. If you know me, you know I love 2000s music, 2000s R&B, all that. Love it. So my last question is, what was my dream job as a kid? I had a few, so you have a lot of answers you get to choose from.
Oh, flight attendant.
Not as a kid. That was as I was older. I'm saying like a child. That was like once we already knew each other, girl. That's not a kid.
All right, let me think about it.
I'm gonna let her think about that for a little second. I didn't write any answer here, so it doesn't even matter. You can't cheat if you wanted to. But yeah, Gifted by KJ. I'm so excited what she thinks. I'm just gonna talk about that. Let her brainstorm on her side of the room. Gifted by KJ. I'm very excited for this new business venture with my friend. I'm very blessed. Yeah. Oh, high five.
It came to my head.
A lawyer was one of them. Mm-hmm. And you know, honestly, why? Because people used to tell me when I was younger, I'm so good at arguing. Like, my mom used to tell me that all the time too. My uncles, my family members used to be like, you should be a lawyer. And
she definitely was being smart.
And she wasn't wrong. I should have. Just too much school. I just
don't got it in you.
I don't have it in me. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Next life.
In the next life. There's a few other things we wanted to talk about this episode, but I feel like this episode is getting a little long here. So I don't want you guys to get bored, even though we're not boring. So I know you watched till the end, and if you didn't, it's your loss. If you made it to the end, if you made it to the end, when you see the post on Gifted by KJ, what should they comment?
KJ.
Comment KJ. Comment FTDP for the Dolls Podcast. If you've made it to the end of this video and you comment on the actual giveaway flyer at Gifted by KJ, FTDP, who knows? Maybe we'll just end up picking an extra winner if we feel generous that day. So anyway, I'm going to close this video out with my best friend whom I love so much, my sister. And I just want to thank you guys for watching another video. This is now the 3rd episode, and I'm just so thankful to be on my 3rd episode and be excited to move forward to my 4th. My next episode will be coming soon. I'm trying to keep it a little consistent of at least every 3 to 4 weeks or so. And that's how I've done it so far, and that's how I plan to keep doing it to get you guys to stay steady. I love y'all. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Thank you, dolls, for joining. Signing off from your host, Jondadoll.
Bye.
And my sister.